Going on, everyone? It's your boy Ty Cole here with Your Voice Media, and today I'm talking to he's amazing, like one of the biggest stars that I've seen growing up. That I just enjoy your work, Mr.
Thank
Leon.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now we've seen you play a versatile of different roles, but this one's different a little bit. Now you're playing a mobster in this movie, and you truly are ruthless. I mean, ruthless. However, what I noticed is there's a compassionate side to the character in some moments. Now, what was it about the role that made you interested? And when filming, what was your goal when adding depth to the character?
Well, first is it's exactly what you said. Playing a multidimensional character, a multidimensional antagonist. We can all play roles that are just one-sided. They can be fun sometimes, but when you get a chance to give your character layers, and
Yeah,
that was something that Wes Miller, the director, who also co-wrote the film, he wanted to do with that character of Pettis. He didn't want to make him typical. He wanted to make him a little bit different.
right.
And he said that's the reason why he wanted me to play the role. And so I'm glad it worked out for both him and me.
It kind of reminded me of like an anti-hero in a sense, because while he's doing all the bad stuff on the side, you see him still giving back to the community. You see him still having somewhat of a heart, even in the scene where one of the woman who's pregnant by one of the lead stars, the guy was smoking weed and he was like, yo, she's pregnant, stop. So it shows just like how
I
there's
said I
still
said I said I said it with a little bit more force than that, but you know
a
what I'm
little
talking
more
about.
force. I'm keeping it up for the folks, you know? Clearly, this is why you got the role and I didn't get the role. Now, this is such an action-packed film, and you were able to work with Bruce Willis as well. And we got to share some scenes and show some of that chemistry. How was that chemistry on screen for you when working with
you,
him?
the thing for me is that I just stay locked into my character. So it's not
Yeah.
really what kind of chemistry Leon has with Bruce Willis. It's just about, what kind of chemistry or how is the relationship supposed to be between Pettis and Willis's character. And that's the most important thing that I wanted to capture there, because there's a dynamic in the story that from seeing the movie that you're unaware of
Yeah.
until later, and because of that relationship. So it was more like, how do you have this scene where these two people communicate, but yet you still keep a bit of a mystery there for the audience.
You did a great job with that. I don't want to spoil it too much for the folks watching, but you definitely need to see this film. Now, there's a scene where you and one of your castmates, kind of what I talked about, you guys talk about role models as she's pregnant in the film. Now, as a father, what are some traits you think that you and Cynthia have that considers you both great role models for Noelle?
Well, I would hope that it would be first and foremost, our work ethic
Mhm.
and our approach to life. I think those are the things that you hopefully can give your children, a work ethic so that they can survive, and not just survive, but thrive in this world. And then also, for them to just be able to respect
Yeah.
the way you are as a person and who you are as a person. I think it's a really hard thing to grow up and not, be able to respect your parents and respect what they do. And, it's nice if you can look up to them. That's great too. But you want to at least respect them and respect, what they do, how they approach the world and other people.
I love that. Now, you actually just recently spent New Year's with Noelle. And of course, every time you go to a new year, there's always some goals that you have. What are some goals that you want to do in terms of like Leon as actor, artist, father? What are some things you have in store for yourself that you want to meet before the year ends?
Well, first I'll start off with my favorite role, which is the role of dad. And yeah, both Noelle and I both talked about this. We made a concerted effort to spend more time together.
Okay.
Um, yeah, between my busy schedule, her living out in Los Angeles now, and usually I'm in Los Angeles all the time, but because of the pandemic, I haven't.
Mhm.
And so, we said pandemic or not, dad and daughter, we need to be doing our thing. So we started off the year great. I was just out there playing tennis with her every day, and it was great. And Yeah, and we're going to be doing a lot more of that. As far as me and my career, I'm just hoping to, continue to develop some projects that I have in development, and hope to play some memorable roles that, people remember past my time. That's all I ever really try to do.
I mean, you definitely remembered because people are coming to see you and not Otis in the in these theaters, okay? So you definitely know how to make your mark. Now, speaking of make your mark, so recently Cynthia appeared on Celebrity Big Brother. Now, while she may not have came out on top of the win, she did play a great game. Do you ever see yourself entering like the Big Brother house if asked? Like, do you see yourself going into that sort of like vertical and medium with your career, with like reality TV and things of that nature? Or are you more like, we're going to keep it as an actor and then music and things like that?
Yeah, the latter.
Okay.
This right here, this interview with me and you, that's my reality TV.
That's it. I will never catch you on Big Brother or anything at all.
Nah. I can't say that. I have to say that there has been a show that people have been talking to me about being on, and no, not the makers of the show. This is just fans. This is just fans. And I've never even seen the show. But
what show is it?
It's called The Masked Singer.
Leon, why would you not want to be on The Masked Singer? You are an artist. This would make so much sense if you pulled up as like a caterpillar and just start singing your heart out, and then you end up winning.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's really me in a competition setting, but but I have been hearing that lately. I haven't even watched the show, but they're like, you should be on The Masked Singer. You should be. You thought about being a Masked Singer? I'm like, no.
Well, listen, definitely think about that. Put it on the list. Just
I don't need to think about it until they come calling. If they come calling, then I'll think about it. But
okay.
Until then, I'm gonna keep acting. I'm gonna keep singing.
But when I put this interview out, I'm gonna tag The Masked Singer people and be like, hey, call that man. Make sure we get him on there. Now, you posted a photo on your IG recently with the caption, "In the mirror, there is only you. Deal with it." When Leon looks in the mirror, what does he see?
I see me. I see the true me. I don't see the me that other people see in the media or films. I see me with whatever attributes or flaws that I have, and I accept it and I cherish it. And I'm glad that I have whatever I have, that I can look in the mirror and respect the person that I see. And that's basically it.
Now, the movie is called A Day to Die, which I think is just a great title itself. It's so captivating. Now, when you think about, when you happen to leave this earth for yourself, what do you hope the legacy of Leon looks like?
Right, the legacy of Leon. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I just hope that, I make and tell some stories that last past my time. And that people will remember me and remember the stories that I told and roles that I played and songs that I sang or anything. I think that when you're on this earth, it'd be nice for people to remember that.
Okay. Is there a specific role that you have not yet to play that you want to play?
Yeah, many.
Okay, what's one?
I would say right off the top of my head, would be something that, you like you're on my Instagram, the people tell me they want me to play it, and I would like to play it as well. I've never done a gut-wrenching romance.
Oh.
Tearjerker.
Like a rom-com.
What?
Like a real good rom-com.
No.
So less comedy and more like.
Yeah, I'm not talking about comedy. I'm talking about drama. I'm talking about something that tugs at your heart. Yeah, that kind of thing.
We can make that happen. I'm sure with all the projects you have, I would not be surprised if it comes on my radar you are in a gut-wrenching romance.
Well, I have one in the pipeline. Let's see.
Oh, okay. So we're already starting to work. See,
no, I mean, I'm always developing things, that I want to play. Yeah, so let's hopefully it comes about.
I love that. Now, Leon, before we wrap this up here, what's next? Because you have a busy schedule, you're always developing. Okay, we're gonna try to get you on The Masked Singer, and you have so many projects.
Stop it.
And we have so many projects that you're putting out. So what's next for you?
I don't know. I don't know what's next for me as far as I'm going to continue my role on City on the Hill on Showtime. And I have a few things in the pipe and I'm going to tour with my band. Before the pandemic, we put out an album called Love is a Beautiful Thing, and we haven't got a chance to tour with it. We've done some really great dates, but we want to go out and, hit all the cities.
New York, you got to listen. Make sure the first show is in New York so I can come see you guys.
Of course, there'll definitely be a show in there. There'll be several shows in New York. You don't have to worry about that.
Woo! Music to my ears. Leon, thank you so much for having me today with Your Voice Media. Continue to do great things. And for folks who are watching this, make sure you see Leon in A Day to Die. It's such an amazing film. You don't want to miss it. And make sure you check out those dates for Leon the Peoples, because they may be in your city. And go copy it.
You know it.
Thank you so much, Leon.
All right. You take care.